My name is Darren King.
My name is Paul Meany, playing a band called Meat Map. Well, I think it started with, I was getting demo CDs from this guy. The band is from New Orleans, and I was just hanging out one day. In the mail was a little package from a little kid in Springfield, Missouri, with some songs on it that I thought were really good. It was this instrumental tracks he was making. And I remember contacting him and seeing if we could try to do some sort of side project. And he came down to New Orleans, we recorded a few songs, and the band I was in at the time wound up breaking up shortly thereafter. So we decided that side project could be something to pursue. And that's what became Mute Map. It was a very slow evolutionary process that played a show here and there. It was a two-piece at first. It was drums and me. Wound up adding a guitarist, wrote some more songs, and I think it was probably at the end of 2004 we finally had the lineup solidified, and it starts where you're cramming into a rental car to go play a show for 30 people, and then it just starts building into getting a van, you get your own van, and before you know it, we were circling the country in a tour bus. So it's been a very surreal experience. We consider ourselves very fortunate.
On your MySpace profile, there's been over 3 million plays on there. That's pretty huge. Singer on American Idol, you sang one of your songs on there. What do you think about all that?
That was pretty fun. Yeah. It was interesting to think that while we were in a club in Scotland performing that song for a few hundred people, this kid was singing it for millions. It was pretty amazing. It was quite a milestone, it seems, for my family. I got a lot of messages on my phone from proud family members. Little things like that seem to be milestones for those around us, our family and friends. For us, we're a bit detached from it, but it's still really cool getting to play shows from day to day and see the people and interact with them is I guess the biggest joy. Yeah.
What's great is when we found out about it, because we didn't see the show, we were in Europe, and someone had just sung your song in American Idol. It was interesting because all of us simultaneously, the first thought that came to mind, and we said, what did Simon say? What did he think?
Seems like, for me, what makes me want to try to make something else or create something is in life whenever I get something or lose something. Whether that's a new piece of equipment to try and work on, or any other possession, or any event, or even a friendship, or any of that stuff. It's always the coming and going of all that stuff that's pretty consistent in life, that inspires having to sit and work it out. But I don't write lyrics, so it's a little different, I guess. Yeah.
Music affects everyone differently, obviously. How does music impact your own lives?
Well, I mean, I think some of the more memorable moments of my life was at certain concerts, or when I heard certain records for the first time, that, it's just this mindset that would just change. All of a sudden you see the world in a different light. You see music in a different light. I don't know, all of a sudden these possibilities start to happen. And I really can't imagine life without music. I mean, I think it's synonymous. So, I mean, if there's one thing that we can only hope for in the music that we make, is that somehow it can encapsulate those same types of feelings for anyone who hears it, who happens upon it.
Was it a Chuck Berry song? I can't remember who wrote it. The song where it says, "Any old way you use it." So there's so many purposes that music can serve. It can just be background noise, or it can, it can be entertainment. It can, I believe, tell a story or convey a deep message. And I think that on rare occasions it can really alter the course of a person's life, or help somebody, or do something good. But I like all of those uses. I think they're all purposeful in their place.
Last question for you. A lot of people visit our website when they're going through tough times, dealing with life. What advice would you give to young people that are struggling with tough times?
Yeah, youth, to me, is just synonymous with frustration. I heard someone say one time that if you have friends, you don't need counselors as much. Well, and while I understand that there is a necessity for counseling and they do great work, it seems like the times in my life where I've gotten so isolated in my problems and stuff it's been detrimental to my emotional well-being, I guess. But it seems like whenever you're that age, you're trying so hard to figure out who you want to be and how you want to be viewed. So you try something on. You try on that style, that of person, to see how it affects everybody. For me, it was being a good person. I wanted everyone to see me and admire me for being so good. And and there was a good motive behind it, and part of it was facade. It's no motive is ever entirely pure. But it's just a tough part. I don't know if I have any really advice, but I've just noticed that. It's an observation I've had, is that being a teenager hurts because you're just trying so hard, and you're trying to figure all that stuff out. But friends certainly help. Good friends. There are good friends and there are bad friends, that's for sure. That's all I know to say about that.
Cool. Is there anything specifically you guys do to help deal with stress?
Drums helps. That's some good advice. Get a drum set, man. Because I got picked on a lot between having a drum set and an Australian Shepherd with one blue eye and one brown eye. I was able to get through a lot of, I got set on fire one time whenever I was a kid by George. I was just a dork. I had this poofy, hairsprayed, moosed haircut that my mother had given me, and then I got the Vanilla Ice things cut aside because I wanted my touch. So I looked like a cross between my pastor and Vanilla Ice, wearing just this jacked up outfit, this real corny, cheeseball, bright spandex button-up shirt. I mean, I had some weird clothes, and I'd carry around big books that I'd never read because I thought maybe that would make people think I'm a little smarter. I had one friend, he was really cool. We had every class together in junior high. But then I had one enemy, Jordan. Sorry, you might have to bleep that out. I don't know, but he's a car salesman now in St. Louis. He set me on fire, lit the back of my neck on fire in the 8th grade. Jerk. And that's all I knew to do was cry, go home and play with my dog, and then get on the drum set. So yeah, that kind of stuff helps. Crying, it's just proven. If you cry, you live longer. I mean, statistically, not I guess in every case you can. But and then you get a puppy, have a drum set, some friends, laugh. I don't know.
Cool. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
No
you.
problem.